Mike Iron Tyson versus Roy Jones Jr. I'm sure y'all heard they'll be fighting on the 28th of November, November 28th, 2020, over in California. It will be on pay per view. Yes, it will be on pay per view. So if you want to see this fight, you have to pay for it. Honestly, I don't know how much exactly right now. Um, I'll let you guys know as soon as I find out. I'm sure it's out there probably. But anyway, it's going to be on pay per view. Just know that it's going to be 8 rounds exhibition. It's going to be an exhibition fight, not an actual pro fight, an exhibition. I'm not sure if there'll be head guards. I'm not sure. I don't think there will, but if they are, that would be lame. Um, so so yeah, it's happening. Mike Tyson, Roy Jones Jr. A little too late, but it's happening. Mike Tyson, we all know who he is. Hasn't fought professionally since 2005. It's been a while. 2005 against Kevin McBride. Man, how old was I back then? 12? I was like 12 years old, man. Oh my goodness. Like 15 years ago. Wow. And, Mike Tyson has been around in the celebrity life ever since he retired. He's been in movies. He still attracts a lot of attention, and he's still a very popular guy. And he's gotten way more popular this year after he's posted up some clips of him on social media, of him looking in spectacular shape. And that's part of the reason why this fight is happening, because of that attention that he's garnered. And a lot of people would like to see him back inside the ring, I guess. Roy Jones Jr. retired a little later. They're actually just 3 years apart. Roy Jones was born in 1969. Mike Tyson was born in 1966. So they're just 3 years apart. Roy Jones Jr. hasn't fought since 2018. He retired in 2018 against Scott Sigmund over in his hometown of Pensacola, Florida. Won by unanimous decision. It was his goodbye fight. And now here he is fighting at the age of 51 in California against Mike Tyson. Obviously, both fighters are way past their prime. Way past their prime. They're both in their 50s. This is just a money grab, to be honest. That's the way I look at it. It's just for people to pay and I guess just be entertained. And I'm hoping for a knockout. I actually want to see a knockout. I hope they actually try to knock each other out, but you never know. Maybe both of them are just gonna go out there and then pity pat punches and just cruise to 8 rounds and be like, "Fuck y'all, taking all y'all money, and I'm getting rich from it." You know what I mean? They could easily do that, but I do hope they try to go out there and try to knock each other out. That's the hope. In my opinion, Mike Tyson is in much better shape at the moment. Um, even though he hasn't fought professionally since 2005, he is much better from what I've seen of how he looks and how explosive his punches are. Don't get me wrong, Roy Jones Jr., even though he's been more active, he hasn't looked great in the past, in his fights against Scott Sigmund, against Bobby Gunn. He just doesn't look that explosive. And if you watch footage of him on social media, it doesn't look that great, to be honest. The latest clips that I've found of them is this one. I think this guy named Tomian Kello Boxing posted it up, and ESPN Ringside posted up, and let's watch a little bit of it, and you can see that Roy Jones kind of looks fast. You could see him throwing some really good combinations, throwing his fast jab. Some really good combinations, doing uppercuts, and following up with his punches. But I just don't think that will work in an actual fight against Mike Tyson. In my opinion, I don't think so. I don't think what Roy Jones is doing here, working the pads, I don't think will work against Mike Tyson. In my opinion. And looking at people's reactions, I thought that was the legend Beetlejuice. What? Still keeping his hands as low though. He still has the reflexes he once had to slip counter punches. I don't know about that, man. This he's way past it. Roy Jones is way past it. But you never know. You never know. And here's the latest one I've seen of Mike Tyson. I guess it's just him working the body. Andre Berto posted it up. It may not look like big punches here, but those are big, heavy punches. And he just looks more sharp. Mike Tyson just looks more sharp compared to Roy Jones. At least that's the way I look at it. I don't know. I just can't erase the mind of Roy Jones Jr. fighting at his age right now, because if you've seen his fights against Enzo Macrinelli, if you guys remember that fight, oh my god, man, I just feared for his life in that fight. Jeez. Denis Lebedev, I feared for his life in that one too. I don't know. I think Mike Tyson will win this one. Should be entertaining though. I just honestly just hope both fighters try to go for the knockout. That's what I'm hoping for. But knowing that it's an exhibition, chances are they won't. But we'll see. Anyway, November 28th on pay-per-view. Let me know who do y'all think will win in the comment section below. Thank you so much for listening and watching. Don't forget to hit that like button if you haven't yet. Please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't yet. Please, and like always, have a great day. Alright, thanks.